This is how we spent 2 days in Arches National Park in Utah. Now in this video, I'm going to be doing some live recordings, some voiceovers, and just different opinions about the park. Of course, everyone has their own opinions, but I just wanted to share some things that we saw, some things we liked, and things we learned. Our first hike of the morning is Sand Dune Arch. We are the only car in the parking lot. Everybody else is at Devil's Garden, but of course I wanted to go where no one was because, you know, I'm different. So we're starting here. We're gonna see the Sand Dune Arch, and then you can walk down and take a loop and see Broken Arch as well as Tapestry Arch. So that's the trail we're gonna take. It's about 2.7 miles in total from what I read online. In the following videos, you're going to see the lighting is a little off. That's because the morning sun hadn't quite brought the true colors out yet. So as you're walking through, you walk through kind of like a red clay sand, so it feels pretty thick. But what's neat is you get to walk through kind of like this canyon where you just have rocks everywhere around you.
Sand Dune Arch.
All right, so we made it to the arch. This is the size of it. It's pretty neat. But as we're standing here, we are getting blown by sand. It's coming everywhere. Okay, so I was wrong. I thought Sand Dune connected to the rest of the arches. It does not. We just got to a dead end. So now we have to walk back out, get on a different trail, and go see other arches. Like a child, Devin's just walking and kicking up all the sand. Once you leave Sand Dune, you are out walking an area like this where you're totally exposed to the sun. So what they recommend doing at the park is having lots of water and wearing lots of sunscreen, and I second that statement.
Here we are at Broken Arch.
Arch number 2, and the reason why it's called Broken Arch is when you're over here, you can see a line right there that splits the arch. So my impression of Broken Arch is that it is huge. There's Devin for reference. It's very big, but also very windy little tunnel right here. Shut up, he is not 7 feet tall. So we got a little turned around as we were going to Tapestry, but luckily what pointed us in the right direction is, I don't know the proper name for them, but the stacks of rocks. All right, an update as I'm editing this video. The proper name for the stack of rocks is called a cairn, but for the rest of the video, I'm going to be calling it a stack of rocks because I didn't know what it was until today, which is 4 or 5 days after we've been to Arches. Where they're telling us where to go. We just missed them, and that's why we got a little lost. And last but not least, we made it to Tapestry Arch. Devin just dropped my water bottle lid. It was probably the most rigorous of the 3 to get to, but it's a really cool site because it's just this giant area up here, and then you can see this formation right there, and then you look back, you have the whole horizon in front of you. So here is our review of Sand Dune, Tapestry, and Broken Arches. It was a fun walk. Devin, go ahead. Say what's your favorite Tapestry. Oh.
My favorite was Tapestry Arch.
Okay, and why?
It was, I don't know. It was the biggest. It was the most fun to hang out at. There was a lot of rock areas, so you could just sit and lay out. Yeah. Just hang out.
Yeah, we hung out there for a bit.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a treacherous walk to get there from Broken, in my opinion.
It wasn't bad.
Okay, well, part of it, you had to follow the stacked rocks. Follow the stacked rocks. If I could give any tip, would be to follow the stacked rocks when there's no trail. And when you're on the trail, make sure you're following footprints. Because sometimes we walk and go, oh, there's no footprints here. This is the wrong way. And we turn around. But Broken Arch was cool. It was really big. Sand Dune was kind of small.
It was a cool location.
But it was a cool location because you got to walk in through the rocks. So... Yeah. It was definitely worth it. It was cool being the only people there. We are here in the late part of October though, so if you go in the summer, there's going to be people probably, but it's definitely worth it.
It was about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was a 3 mile. I don't know if we went the right way, but we walked 3 miles, so.
Yeah, we didn't end up taking the loop. We just walked back the way we came. So we went all the way to Tapestry, then we walked past Broken, and then Broken Arch, and then we went by Sand Dune, like on the outside.
We are now starting our journey to Double O Arch. It is a 4.2 mile hike, round trip. We There's like 4 different arches that we're gonna see on the way, but we'll post videos of those too.
Do it again.
Here we are at Landmark Arch.
It's huge.
It's a pretty big one.
It's massive. Pretty breathless right now. I can't even lie.
We've walked a mile.
But it's very thin up on the top, so it makes me wonder just how delicate Arch is. So we're on our way to Double O. We were gonna take like the regular trail. Oh my God. Is that what we're about to have to do? Oh my God, I'm gonna die. What I was gonna say was, this is the primitive trail and we don't see like the actual trail. And primitive just means like, obviously, scrambling and climbing on uneven surfaces and your cliff edges. Devin, the more adventurous of us two, decided as he was going to go up, he was going to record from his point of view so we could see what he was seeing.
There we go. Oh, it's really not that bad. Come on, Em. Let's go. Scaling rocks. Come on, we got it, team. Just hiking, you know. It's not bad at all. Cool view from behind. Sheesh.
Then we began walking and walking and walking, and we continued walking into this very unique part of the trail. Alright, so we're at the very top of this area. We're about to get blown away by this wind. It's crazy. Hold up your arms. Blown away. We should be probably like half a mile to Double O. Dang! It's crazy. We're just walking on this little path right here. Not too long on this side.
All right, we made it all the way to Double O Arch. There's one. There's 2.
Soon to be a third.
It took us, it was 2.3 miles. It took us 58 minutes, but that included some, yeah, there was a lot of climbing involved. It was very windy, very small pass. It was fun though.
It was a good time.
Someone's a little out of breath.
I've been out of breath since it started.
It was fun.
Along the way back from Double O, we're going to be making a few pit stops. So the first was Black Arch Overlook. And TBH, to be honest, I think this is it. I don't think it's much.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, we really don't know because I've been like speculating. I'm like, oh, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? But that's the most arch-looking thing we've seen. So, Black Arch, question mark?
And just about 0.2 miles off the main trail is another arch, Partition Arch. Well worth it, great views. And another side quest that we had on this little trail is Navajo Arch. It was about 0.3 miles off, and it's really cool. I don't know if you can hear me echoing, but I am echoing. We have a reflection in the water, we're in between the rocks. For being such short distances off the main trail, I think it's very well worth it to do.
Review of walking to Double O Arch. Super fun.
Yeah, it was
very
great.
Tiring.
No.
I'm exhausted.
It was...
My whole body hurts.
It was about from leaving the car to coming back to the car, I think we walked about 6 miles. Mm-hmm. Took us a little over 2 hours. Mm-hmm.
The little stops along the way were worth it.
Yeah, take the side quests, they're fun.
Yeah, it was good. It is day 2. We are starting out with Delicate Arch. It's like a 3-mile hike after yesterday. I'm really tired and really sore. So here we go. Look at this nice landscape, some pretty colors. Oh my God. I was making fun of Devin's bright orange jersey. But go Astros. We're currently walking up a pretty steep incline. Never do well at. For the record, I'm not always this cranky. I was just really tired from all of our hiking the day before. All right, so in order to get there, you have to go up this really steep incline. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm sweating. I can barely breathe. I'm not being dramatic.
You got it.
We have this much to go. My personal height, man. So we're almost there, I think. We've got a really cool view on our way down. All right, so we made it to Delicate Arch. Devin and I agreed that Landscape Arch looked a little bit more delicate. It was a really tough trip up here. It lasted 36 minutes and we went about 1.5 miles, 1.6 miles. But it's nice to see the view. It's really cool up here. There's just all this open space.
Luckily I have a big head so I can block the sun, but we are on our way to Double Arch.
We made it to Double Arch. We didn't go all the way in, but you can explore in this area right there. You see this big arch in the front, a big arch in the back, and there's an opening. It's a really easy short walk. It's only 1/4 mile out, 1/4 mile back. Pretty flat, easy terrain to walk on. So if you're looking for something easy to do, Double Arch in the windows is your move. We're passing the windows right now, and the reason why I'm just recording it from the car is because we went to watch the sunset here the other night, and we decided to unplug and just really be in the moment. So I don't have any videos from it, but it is a very easy hike. You will see a lot of people here. It's awesome to see at sunrise or sunset because the rocks turn a beautiful color. On your way out of the windows, you will see Balanced Rock, which is one of the most well-known features inside of the park. And when you're looking at it from the parking lot, it looks way more balanced than it does on the side. On the side, I was thinking, oh, it's just a rock sitting on top. But from here, it looks really balanced. We are not walking out there because we want to hit another trail, but this would be a really quick and easy trail if you're looking for something to do that's fast. And you can go right up to the rock and kind of climb that area right there. Last trail, best trail. We are on Park Avenue going into the canyon here. I don't know if we're going to go the entire way. This trail is 1 mile one way and it leads to the courthouse towers, but we're not seeing any arches, and that's the whole point of being here. So we're going to see how far the road takes us. This is what the walk looks like through Park Avenue. You are just surrounded kind of by this desert brush looking stuff, and then up on the sides around you, lots of rocks. We got about 5 minutes into this walk and we're already kind of over it, so we're gonna head back. If you are looking for a walk that doesn't involve arches, that's just kind of through a desert landscape-ish surrounded by rocks, I'd recommend doing this. But if you're wanting to see the cool stuff, the cool rocks, the cool arches, I'd recommend doing other things. This is the map that you can get when you're going into the park. Of course, I recommend that you always get a map so you know where you're going. And I like to write stuff down on here, even though the ink does smudge. It's nice paper. Anyways, so we started our first day in Devil's Garden. We were just up there the entire day. So we did our first loop, Sand Dune Arch, Broken Arch, Tapestry Arch. We said is a 6 out of 10 worth the walk. I rated the different arches along the way. I rated Tapestry as number 1, Broken Arch is number 2, and Sand Dune is number 3. And then we went up and we did the trail to Double O. That one we gave an 8 out of 10. Definitely worth the hike. And when I put these in order, I put Double O at number 1. I put Partition Arch at 2, but that was also close to first. I thought it was so cool, the view that you could see on the way out. And then our third, Navajo, and then 4th, Landscape Arch. So that was day 1. We did go to the windows in the evening, and when you're going in the evening, it's going to be crowded because a lot of people go for sunset, but it's definitely worth it. And day 2, we started with Delicate Arch. I said that was a unique arch, but it was a tough hike for us. We really struggled with that one, honestly. And then we went down and saw Double Arch. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It was super easy to do, like I mentioned earlier in the video. We saw lots of different things on the way. I loved arches. It was a great time. Everybody there was really nice. I recommend going anytime you can, but probably not summer because it'd be really hot. Now stick around for some bloopers. Make it really short.
Okay, I'm now standing in front. Oh,
We're almost there. But at what cost will it take to get there? I don't know. God.
what?
Literally just say we are starting our walk to Double Arch. It should be a short, quick hike. To be honest, I don't know why Devin lets me walk in the front, because I always lead us in the wrong direction on the wrong path. Whoops.